Okay, good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we'll start immediately. So, like I told you guys the other time, this is just more like a recap of what we have done before because of the students that are new here. So, you are going to create a folder in your desktop and call it my website. You can just give it any name. You can give it any name. You can call it my website and please don't turn on your microphone unless I need you to respond. Okay? Uh, you can call it my website or you can call it anything. You know what a folder is. This class is not for teaching how to create folder. So, what's this? You can call it you can call it my website, and this is where you are going to store everything that has to do with your website. So what do I do here? I'm going to create a folder and I'll keep the files that I have created before inside that folder. My web page, my website. So I'll just keep these files here and I'll keep these files here. So I want to create a new folder right inside this my web development folder and I'll call it intro web page. So I'm going to store everything that we are going to do inside that folder. So what do I do now? I'm going to open my Visual Studio Code. Like I told you guys before, Visual Studio Code is the app that we use for compiling our programs. So for you to open Visual Studio Code, all you have to do is to double click on it and it will take you to the development environment where you build your apps. Let me let me close this, 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 close, close. So this has nothing to do with you. All I'm doing here, I'm just trying to close the apps that I was using, the files that I had open before now. So this is Visual Studio Code. We are going to work with things like creating new file and giving it a file, creating new file and giving it a file. Mm, so then I'm going to create a new file. Please, if I turn off your microphone, don't turn it on unless I need you to respond to me because it's more like a distraction. So how do I open a new page? I'll come to File. First of all, I'll open my folder where I created. I'll open the folder that I created for the purpose of this class, my camp website. And right inside it, I have intro web page. So I'll open that folder so that I can store all the programs that we are going to create inside that folder. Let me drag this aside so that I can have more space to use. So, what do we do? We are going to create a new page. For a new page, you can say Ctrl N. If you don't want to say Ctrl N, click on File and say New File. No, say New Text File. When you say New Text File, you can decide to say Ctrl S. So what we want to build now is called HTML. So the first thing you have to know is HTML. HTML is not a programming language. It's a web language. It's called Hypertext Markup Language. Now, I want to make something clear. I'm your teacher. I only know enough for me to teach you and guide you. I don't know everything. So, after teaching you, I expect you to go and do your own research and learn and understand these things more. So, let's proceed. So, the first page, how did we get here? I just said Control S. So, when I did Control S, which is save, it got here and bringing out this pop-up tab where I have to impute my file name and click on save. So for me to impute my file name, the default name for web pages, the first page is index. So for the computer to know that the program I'm about to write is an HTML program, I'll call it index.html. So have that in mind, index.html. So when you look up here, you'll see that this file is now titled index.html. Now, those of you who have live server, you can click on live server to start displaying what we'll be creating on our web page. And those of you who have who want to use Chrome browser, you can open that folder, intro web page, where you saved your index page, and open it up because we'll start building some things right now, right away. So if you are with me, the first thing you need to develop any web page is your HTML skeleton. And your HTML skeleton comprises of the HTML tag itself and the head and the body section inside the HTML tag. Now, some of these things may sound strange to you because some of you are beginners and some of you are advanced, pretending to be beginners. So, but how do you go about this? In the beginning stage of your programming life, you have to just follow the steps that your instructor is giving to you. When he says A, you say you do A, so that with time you can be able to do your own research and understand why certain things are being done before you can decide to make your own changes. Now, what do we do? Type HTML and a list will come out from your uh, VS Code. The reason why these three items are popping up is because the VS Code is more like assisted programming. They make suggestions. This is more like the first phase of artificial intelligence because in the beginning of programming, where Notepad was used, Notepad will not suggest these items for you when you want to create your HTML. Then we used to type our HTML skeleton manually. Now, what do? The version of HTML that we want to use is HTML5, which is the second one that is here. So if I click on HTML5, my HTML skeleton will come out with some presettings. These are presettings. If I remove this thing, the page will still work. So when you look at this place, this is the head section and this is the body section. The body section is what will hold your document. Whatever you want to display in your web page has to be inside the body section. And whatever you want to display as a title or as a link has to be in your head section. Now, what do we do? If you look at this place, you see that there is title here, title document. And if you come to my live server, you see that there is title, there is document there. So if you look at the top of my live server, that tab place, the place of tab, you know what tab is. So for this document, I will call it my website, my web page, and I'll save it. So if you look at my live server, somebody is saying is it that you guys cannot hear me? Can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
But someone is asking me
We are
what I
hearing, you are hearing Rita.
somebody is asking me what I am saying. Okay, I'm saying that you should look at the top of your live server or go to your web browser and look at the top, refresh it. You will see that the name here will change to my web page. That is the title of your document. So that's what I'm saying. So that is where you keep titles. Now, what am I going to do next? I want to start processing some documents right in this web page. The things that I want to display on my website, I will start imputing them right inside the body tag. This is the body element, right inside the body element. This is it, body, body. This white space you see here is what is called body. That is where you want all your documents to be displayed. Now, when you are processing documents, you can have heading, you can have paragraphs, you can have lists of items, you can have tables, and etc. You can have images. That is also normal here. For you to bring up a heading, if you press H, you will see that there are different types of headings there. We have H1, we have H2, we have H3 to H6. So if I press H1, it will bring out the opening tag of H1 and the closing tag of H1. Mind you, you can type these lines manually. You can type everything here manually. They are popping up because the system is giving us suggestions. So how do I type my heading? You use your keyboard to input your heading. This is a heading. So that is a big heading. So I can, when I want to try another heading, I'll just say H2. The opening tag and the closing tag of H2 will come outside. I'll say this is a heading. You can see that that heading is smaller. So H3, this will be smaller than the previous one. Now, what have I done? I have successfully demonstrated the sizes we have for headings. You can decide to use any size you want from H1 to H6 for your project. This is the smallest size. Now, what do we need next? We need paragraph. When you want to write some paragraph tests in your website, you use the paragraph tag P, enter. So in between the opening and the closing tag, let me show you something. So this one here, this is the opening tag. And this other one here with a slash is the closing tag. So your document, what the paragraph you want to display, you have to write it at the center in between the elements. So this this is where I am writing my paragraphs. I am grateful to God that we are able to have this complementary class tonight. I pray the students should have a good focus to learn and understand everything that I am teaching. You should not be limited to what I am teaching you guys here. Please always make research. Thank you for your attention. So, what was I doing? I was typing the paragraph in my document. Now, if I want another paragraph, how do I go about it? I will go to the next line. I will say P, enter. Right now, I don't want to type, so I can just say lorem, enter. So it will give me some paragraph text by default. If I want another paragraph, I can say lorem, give me 100 words, enter. So we have successfully created 3 paragraphs. If you go to your browser, look at this place. This is reload. If you click on reload, the items that we created will be displayed on your browser. So, what have we done? We have successfully created our first web page. Now, I'm going to add some features to this website. I'm going to add more items like lists. So this is a time where you have to be attentive because this will not be as simple as the paragraph that we just used. So when I want to create list, there is what we call ordered list and there is what we call unordered list. If you have gone through the videos we have on the channel, you must have seen this. So when we talk about unordered lists, On other lists are those lists that uses bullets and they don't follow any numerical order. While other lists are those lists that follows numerical order. They uses things like 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, D, and Roman figure 1 to the end. So let's get started. How do we create unordered lists? Now, UL, enter. So when I press UL, enter, U is unordered, L is list, unordered, L is list. Unordered is an English word that says it's not arranged in any order. So it will be represented with bullets. Now, when you want to create your unordered list, the computer will expect you to impute the list in between. So for the computer to be able to recognize the items in the list, you have to use the list tag li, enter. So when I press li, enter, you'll see that a bullet mark will be at the bottom of my browser. Take a look at this. Okay, maybe I have not saved. Let me save. So if you look at this plate, you see that there are some bullets here. Eh? So that's it. So we are going to create some lists and we are going to create a few lists. So we have the first list that we'll create, we have Cubana. 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 So I will add another list. We have Eric in this class. Eric. We have Ji Young. Ji Young, you're always here, attending all the classes. We have Ji Young. So, who else? We have Glory, Glory Peter. We have Efinis. Okay. Efinis. We have Levinus. Elijah. Elia. So, we have Levinus. Hmm? We have Lugards. We have Wisdom. Wanshuku. Wisdom. We have Progress. Progress. Progress, you're always attending. And we have Techno. So, when you look at this place, you see that this list that we just typed, Cubana, Eric, Ji Young, Glory, Infinis, Levinus, Lugard, Wanshuku, and Progress. I didn't type Progress correctly, but It doesn't matter. So these are on other lists. So if I want to change this on other list to another type of on other lists, because we also have the square type. This one is round. So all I have to do is to go to the opening tag and type and impute an attribute called type. Type is equals to square. So when you reload, you see that we now have a list. We now have a list. Hey, somebody said, how did we get here, sir? And somebody else said, my network is bad. Okay. You guys are always coming late. We now have a list that has square bullets. So we are going to fire down. We are going to, this is where you have to pay attention. We are going to create ordered lists. For you to create ordered lists, the element is OL, ordered list, OL. Eh? Then we can bring in our list items, these LIs, put it inside the order list. You can type this manually. You can type this manually. LI Kobana, this can type it manually. But I don't want, in fact, let me rearrange this so that you will understand what I'm saying. Let me reassemble, reshuffle. I think reshuffle is the word. So when I go to my browser, you see that we have ordered list now. I told you order list follows numerical order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kobana, Eric, and Levinus, and the rest. They said I have limited time. Okay, the class will close in 9 minutes. So we have been able to achieve order list and unordered list. Now, there is another type of unordered list. There are so many. So, if I copy this ordered list that we just created and paste it in line 55, can paste it anywhere. So, I can come and add type, the attribute type to it, and I will choose Roman figure. Just type I so that I can get a list with a Roman figure. Let me refresh. When you come to the browser, you need to refresh. So if I want to get A, B, C, D, I can just copy it and change the type to small letter A and save. So when you refresh, you have small letter A. So I want to take questions now. We have 8 minutes. Oh yeah, my fit talk now. Questions, questions, guys. The time is now. If you don't have any question, it means you understand everything that I taught.
I have a question to ask.
Okay, so you start by introducing yourself. What's your name?
My name is Levin, because your local government.
Okay, so what is your question?
The unordered list is well understood, but what confused me is when you come to the ordered list, I can
Okay,
see the first part you wrote an ordered list and you add an attribute square.
yes.
So what does it stand for?
So this attribute type A is what changes this from Roman figure. The default is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, you are saying where I use squared. If you look at the first one,
Yes, yes.
the default, that is on other list, UL. The default is round. Round, this one is round. Then this second one where I typed squared, this one is square, this is square. Can you see the shape of that bullet?
Okay, okay, the
Can you see the shape of the
bullet,
bullet?
right?
The shape squared.
Yes, I'm seeing.
So that
Yes,
is
yes.
the meaning. When I got to OL, ordered list, you can see that when I change type to A, I got small letter A. When I change it to I got Roman figures. And the default is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So another question. I'm taking questions now. If you have your question, ask.
Sir, you mentioned something. You mentioned something about HTML. You said HTML is
Can
the
you hear me?
programming language.
No, I didn't say HTML is programming language. I said HTML is a browser language.
What?
I said it's a browser
Okay,
language.
a browser language. Yeah,
So
okay,
when
sir.
you say
I
language,
was jotting, so I made a mistake.
okay, when you say
That's it.
something is a programming language, it means the thing uses logic. You understand? So is this language strictly for browser and it doesn't use logic? Oh yeah, another question.
I have a question.
Okay.
Uh, like I don't know if I came late or something because I wasn't here when you started. Like, if it's like an Android phone or something, you call it app. I don't know what you are using. So I want to know what you are using to do
Okay,
this.
I'm using Visual Studio Code Windows. I'm using the Windows version of Visual Studio Code.
What?
Windows personal
Visual Studio Codes.
yes, Visual Studio Code. That's the software.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but
Visual Studio
some
Codes.
persons are
Okay.
using phones, and but I don't teach with phone.
Okay.
Good. So another question.
Good evening, sir.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Evening.
Um, please,
And
apart from the Visual Studio Code, is there any other app we use for HTML?
Good evening, sir.
There are so many apps you can use.
Good
Notepad
evening, sir.
Plus for programming. There are so many apps. They are just code editors. You
Yeah,
can use Notepad. There are so many. Then those people
sir.
those who wants to use phones, I think there is an app called Spike. I will send the screenshots. I'll drop the screenshots on the group so that you guys can get a hold of it from there.
there's another one. Trek.
Okay, so you have the screenshots in the group now.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Ask your question.
Okay, sir. My question, I'm just finding it difficult to go through the browser and then do my work.
Okay, if you are finding it difficult to go to browser to check your work, do you know where your file is saved? Where you saved your file, the folder.
Yes, I know where I saved the file.
So, so what's the name of the file?
I saved the file. I saved the folder with my work, my web work. So they show me when I was trying to check it, it was through Microsoft Edge. So I open the Microsoft page, refresh it, it doesn't show anything.
No, you don't just open Microsoft Edge. You go to the folder where you save the file. Then you double click on the file. Or you right click
Okay.
and say
So if I
open
want
with Microsoft Edge. Did you get the answer? Do you understand?
yes, I understand. If I want to start afresh, like if I want to delete the previous work and start afresh, how will I do it?
You just have to backspace now, delete what you've written and write again now. Or you can say Control N for new page. Control N is new. Then save it as index.html.
Okay, sir.
Yes. We have 1 minute. Let me take another question.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. So the question is,
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Somebody is
Good evening,
asking.
sir.
Good evening. I think
My mic
Kubana
is-
is asking a question, right? Not be Kubana, they ask the question, so.
Sir?
Who was the person asking that question just
Sir
now?
Jiyoung.
Ji Young, okay. Let me hear your question.
I want to ask a question. Yes, sir. Okay, sir. If, for example, you are done creating the website, how
Yeah.
can someone run it for the individual or company?
How can you run
Sir,
it?
do you get me? Yes, sir.
Hey, there's what we call web page
Like, how are you
hosting
going to
now.
make it?
After creating your website, you buy a domain name now and a hosting plan. So you copy your files and put it inside the hosting plan with your domain